This is a 90-90 no tuck. So setting up in your 90-90 position, hips and knees bent at 90 degrees. My feet are on the wall level with one another. One is not in front of the other. I'm dragging my feet down the wall like I'm trying to scrape doggy poopy off my feet. And I'm set up in this position. What I mean by no tuck is I don't want you to think about tucking the pelvis under and scooping and lifting up. If you're someone that tends to grip through the glutes, or maybe in that more sway back presentation, we don't want to initially start off with that tuck because that might promote us kind of pushing more forward and clenching at the glutes. So we're just going to hang here with no tuck, dragging the feet down the wall. So I'm sensing hamstring tension. If you're having trouble getting these outside booty muscles to relax, you can use a yoga block here to kind of squeeze, just so you can kind of get those adductors and hopefully relax these guys. In this position, the hip flexors and quads should be pretty relaxed, so we don't want any tensing through our hip flexors or our quads. We really just want this back line of the leg working. So I'm going to hang here, and I'm going to also watch that I'm not dumping forward at my pelvis. Think about the pelvis being nice and neutral. And here I can play around with what reach feels comfortable. I also recommend something underneath the head so your neck muscles stay relaxed. And I'm pulling down on the wall, and I'm just going to breathe in this position. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. As I think about exhaling from the bottom up, pelvic floor and up, abdominal tension, ribs melt towards the ground. I can drive my elbows in just so I can get a little bit more chest expansion in this position as well. As I inhale, I think about breathing into my chest, my sides, my back. And in this position, when you're driving your elbows into the ground, I want to make sure you're not flaring up through the rib cage. So just think about keeping the sternum nice and elevated. And you'll probably get more chest and side expansion versus back, but think about driving the heels down the wall. Sensing and feeling the hamstrings on the back side of the pelvis. Inhale to feel expansion in the chest. Exhale. You can squeeze on the block. And ribs melt towards the ground. So this is your 90-90 with no tuck. The difference is if we were in that full 90-90 variation, I'd have you elevate and lift your pelvis up off the ground. A little bit more intense for the hamstrings, but I want to make sure we're not gripping the glutes. So keep the pelvis rooted onto the ground.